All right, boys, we got Big Tay versus TJ. This is MCS playoffs. This is the second quarterfinal of the day 3 event. And this is literally a mirror match. This is Big Tay versus TJ. This is going to be Patriots playbook for both of these guys. Both of these guys are going to be in the U trips formation. And for the most part, like same quarterback, RG3, defensive key player, Julius Peppers for Big Tay, Jordan Fuller for TJ. But really excited for this matchup, and in particular we're going to see TJ kind of running, could be in some 6-1, could be in some dollar, probably going to see Big Tay in that dollar. I like Big Tay in this matchup. Big Tay upset Kobo to be able to get to this event. He knocked off Skimbo, he knocked off Lambo to get to this game, and so I picked Big Tay to beat Lambo. I picked Big Tay to beat TJ, so rooting for Big T in this matchup. So one thing real quick, did want to break down kind of just the year both these guys had. TJ was Mr. Consistent last year. He made a, he's TJ's kind of thing has always been like he makes the event. He always makes the event. Very good player. Career earnings, as you see, 186,000. But this year, really very similar year, right? 69K for Tay, 71K for TJ. The major appearances, Big Tay's two majors, I believe, are in this year's game. In general, like my big thing with TJ has just consistently been, can he win when he gets to the dance? But I think he got knocked off the final four last year. Now, TJ actually upset Kobo in last year's tournament. So last year's Madden Bowl. So anyway, I got Big Tay in this game, but we will get into this gameplay. All right, boys. So let's see here. I think okay, TJ is going to be in the Niners uniforms, and Big Tay is going to be in the Eagles uniforms. As far as theme team goes, just real quick, want to just kind of walk through TJ's offensive lineup here: 40 Lions, 20 Eagles. Pretty much going to be seeing Lions, Eagles, Chiefs. Chiefs could be a 20 for him to get Worthy to 98 speed. Jordan Fuller, kind of one of the key cards in this tournament with pick artist mid zone KO. Another key card in this tournament is that Derwin James, I believe, mid zone KO and pick artist. Changed defensive playbook from Vikings to Patriots. That's why I think TJ is going to be a little bit more 6-1 base defensively. Some of his defensive players: CJ Gardner Johnson, Brian Cushing, underrated player, and Jeremy Chin. But anywho, TJ's going to get ball first on offense, and Big Tay should be in dollar. So he's probably going to be in multiple defensive playbook or Jets playbook. But we're going to see that from him in this matchup. I like what Big Tay does defensively. One of the things they said in the broadcast, I didn't know that Big Tay kind of taught TJ U trips. He kind of was the one that apparently showed him how to run it. That's another reason why I picked Big Tay. I feel like TJ going to U trips late in the year, when these guys do that, it typically doesn't often work. Like, you kind of want to be in your stuff to a degree. So anyway, we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing how this goes. TJ looks like he's setting up some of his formations, and here we go. We're gonna get this Patriots playbook. U trips. I've talked about it all year. U trips has been a top 5 offense all year long. Patriots playbook has been a top 5 playbook all year long. TJ gonna audible around a lot more than Big Tay is going to. TJ was in bunch, I believe, before this year. TJ is one of those guys that he just runs whatever works, right? Flat zig combo on both sides for TJ, able to start out quick with these horizontal passing. One of the things you're going to see Big Tay, just again, strategic game planning, things of that nature. You're going to see this cover 4. You're going to see this cover 4 with switch stick from Big Tay. Typically going to be either that crossfire or that loop blitz. And then TJ going to audible. Looks like he's going to audible around fairly. And this is what I feel like with TJ. I don't even know how to quite explain it, but it's like whenever he plays, I don't know. I don't even know how to quite explain it. It's just like he doesn't. Sometimes he just doesn't seem. His offense normally in these big games. And as I say that, that's a huge dot over the top to Laporta, and we got to take a look at that. That's a huge score. Again, keys to the game. This is my version of like what you want to try to do defensively. You've got to, one of the biggest things that you can do defensively is really understand and know and be prepared for how you can get beat. Know your weaknesses, right? Know yourself. Know your weaknesses. Big Tay right here, he goes to a cross man defense on this left side, which this actually makes this even worse, in my opinion. He goes to cross man defense on this left side. He's going to be disengaging here, which is fine. Not covering the back. He's kind of zoning the backside, locks up the tight end on man coverage. This could be a match coverage. I don't think it is, but it could totally be some type of match. Anyway, you see the user here. I'm almost positive this is a match quarter, but anyway, the bottom line is this guy's going to pop over the top. And if you're Big Tay, you got to know this. I mean, that I talked about it. My big thing is you have to limit big plays. If you let these guys have these one play touchdowns, it's too easy in this game. You got to make them work. You have to. That is what defense is in Madden. Madden is not, ever since Madden 20, really, maybe Madden 21, is not a game where you can just hold your opponent to like 10 points. They're going to score. You got to make them work. You got to make them earn it. You got to make them not make mistakes. TJ's the kind of player, typically, historically, in these kind of games, he'll make a mistake. He'll make a mistake that beats him, generally. So I just didn't like that defense that Big Tay called. I don't know. I want to say that was a match coverage, and the tight end post just cooked. Could have been a cross man. It looked like the guy just was in no man's land on that whip route, and then that tight end post. I don't know. I just feel like Big Tay's got to be better defensively if you're going to win in this year's game. Biggest keys, man. This is in the real NFL. This is in college football. This is in high school football. This is in Madden. You cannot. You got to win the turnover battle, and you don't want to give up explosive plays, and you want to get explosive plays. And then missed tackling is really the other one, which kind of leads to explosive plays. So limiting the big plays, making them work, make them score in the red zone. Didn't see any of that from Big Tay. Second play, boom, touchdown. And really, that's kind of been like the story of this tournament. I feel like that's the clear difference between somebody like a Fancy and somebody like a Big Tay or a Lambo. I think that's really one of the big differences is John Beast. If you go watch what John Beast did in his divisional matchup against David T, very much so. Bend but don't break, force David T to work, end up getting D-line picks all over the place. So anyway, here we go. So Big Tay on offense, going to that flat streak combo. Love to see that out of U-Trip's going to play games on that backside. A lot of two-man route combos for Big Tay. Again, the meta coverage in this game is cover 4 with hard flats. That's kind of the meta coverage. It's the most basic coverage that you could run, but it is the main coverage you're going to see. Why? Because it's the best coverage to switch stick out of. It's really good for kind of containing everything. It doesn't necessarily, and what's the vulnerability? Really the short seam area, the running back streak, the zig. Those are things you're going to see. So, again, this U-Trips, Big Tay loves running that draw out of this. And it does look like TJ is going to be in 1-4-6. Kind of interesting. One of the only players we've seen in 1-4-6 in this tournament. I thought he was going to be in 6-1. He's going to go with that out route combo. Nice quick throw from Big Tay. Not able to get his feet in. And that was actually one of the routes that TJ was trying to throw against Kiv a lot in the matchup he had against Kiv, or a matchup he had against Clef, where Clef, I think, literally dropped 7 interceptions in that game. All right, so there we go. Big Tay gets him on a quick hike, gets that comeback route. Nice read from Big Tay. That's a high-level read to make out of U-Trips. One of the things that Big Tay is going to do, which is a lot different than what I've seen from U-Trips players, specifically this year, you see it a lot more, is the quick snap game. And that is huge. That's a knockout interception for TJ. The stars might be aligning for young TJ in this tournament. That's a KO into a pick artist. Brian Cushing, underrated baller. That's a huge stop. And that's, again, a product of like the cover 4 and making them work. And like they're trying to fit it in these tight windows and you can get a KO pick like that. That's a kind of a fluke stop, but at the same time, like it's kind of designed based off his coverage. And Big Tay is going to have to wake up because you gotta play ball now. Like when you get stopped on your first drive, you are digging out of that hole. You have now dug yourself a hole. You have to get out of this. There's that whip route. Again, notice that TJ is audibling around a lot more than Big Tay. And one of the things that I think you see from a high level in this year's game, I think high level offenses, they audible around, they kind of quick hike sometimes, don't quick hike other times. But one of the big characteristics of high level offenses in this year's game is disciplined reads, taking that underneath route, because when you get greedy, when you're playing a good player, you get greedy, you get switch sticked. So, anywho, Big Tay going to be doing the walkover crossfire blitz. They're going to go disengage. Kind of a tight read there from TJ. Was there, but kind of a tight read. Not able to get a good pass on the ball. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Let's see here. I think Big Tay is kind of fully committed to that cover 4 now. I don't think you're going to be seeing that match coverage much. Good defense. And there's another drag. Right. There's another drag. That's a big drag on 3rd down. That's a drag that went for 15 yards on a 3rd down. Got to have it down for TJ. So double safety walk down to kind of try to limit the seam streaks. Going to go to that big draw. One of the keys to the game you'll see is that one of the TJ's tells is when he puts Perry in, 90% of the time it's a draw. When he puts Perry into the game. Again, notice the speed and the cadence of everything. Able to kind of sneak that in a little bit, and that's what TJ is going to do. Now that CJ's in, probably going to be a pass. I don't know what that is. I think Big Tay might be is he in Kansas City? He's going to run 3-3 stack? I hope we are not in 3-3 stack. Oh, this is definitely 3-3. Oh no, this ain't good. All right, let's see what he can do. So, but one of the things here, this has been kind of a blitz that's been growing in popularity in the community. I did want to just take a second and touch on it. It's really more popular. From what I've heard, this has mainly been a college football thing, but it works in Madden too. We'll see if he calls it again on this 3rd and 1. I don't think it's a good move for him, but we'll talk about it. We'll break down what he's doing. Okay, so you see how he's in 3-3. So he's in nickel 3-3 now. Why would he be in this defense? More than likely, he's in this to run man defense. He's in this to get press animations and run man coverage, I would think. We'll see. But basically, this is nickel 3-3. You can blitz this linebacker through the gap, and it's the same idea of that touch and go. So what Big Tay is going to do is he's going to use this linebacker. He's going to bump into this guard, and it's going to open this up. You can do it off of both sides. This has been primarily a college football blitz. Big Tay now bringing it into Madden. It's the exact same setup in college football. See how he moved him over? Now he's going to walk down. Watch. There's the bump. He could also crossfire out of that as well, which Big Tay does go to that. It does look like he's running zone, though. This seam streak. And that's TJ right there for you. I'm telling you, boys, like, TJ, one of the interesting things about TJ, I will say, too, that is different than a lot of people. I feel like TJ the kind of player, when I watch him play, he doesn't hit the intermediate routes a ton. He hits the checkdowns every time. And here, of course, as soon as I say it, he hits an intermediate throw. But those second level throws, those corner routes, those kind of thing, if you watch TJ play, I don't think he hits those a ton. But he'll never miss a whip route, as you see right there. And that's where, again, Big Tay shoots straight. Big Tay's not playing too great in this one. TJ looks like he's significantly better than Big Tay. Big Tay looks slow. Big Tay made a mistake on his first drive. All the games leading up to this, Big Tay played fast, and he was confident in his adjustments. So we'll see what that does as far as how does it play out in the rest of the game. Big Tay's got to score here. To me, you've got to score. Now, one of the benefits of Big Tay getting the ball at halftime is you're never out of a game. You're never out of a game at half if you get ball at half. There's just so many ways that you can flip the score. You can basically get a 14-point swing fairly easily, and then if you get a stop, it's even more. So another thing you're going to see from TJ here is he's going to bring out the Lambo nickel over D that Lambo ran against Big Tay. This is a disengaged defense as well. A lot of weird defenses, I will say, that we're seeing, and they're all kind of the idea of like disengagements. Why TJ's running that, I believe, is so he can win more match. But this is basically the Lambo nickel over. I think. We'll see how this kind of plays out if TJ stays with it. I don't think I think, TJ got to stop at his other defense. Yeah, this is definitely nickel over. So what he's going to do here, so you see here, he shifts. He's going to bump the guard and try to get a loop here. I don't know about that pressure, honestly. Good run from Big Tay. Looks like a labbed halfback power run for that type of defense. Gets to a hash. 2nd and 7. Another thing with U-trips you're going to see is they're always going to have those trips to the wide side. So they're going to flip their formation. Always have that solo. So you see here, this is just, you're going to bump this guard, and then this guy's going to come around. Bump, come around. Good pressure. Nice little drag. And one of the things about U-trips that makes it so good is the spacing that it allows you to have within your routes. It's ability to attack really the totality of the field. That's a tight throw. And again, that's what you want to do. Right there, you give TJ credit. You make him throw in tight windows with KOs. That's hard. Those close throwing lanes, take away the baby stuff. I talk about it all the time. Stop giving up so many layups and layups and 3-pointers. Make them have to hit you in that mid-range area of the field where you have KOs, you have switch stick, you have a lot of abilities to be able to get there. Love that from TJ, and I think that truly is the best strategy you could have. You watch TJ's last drive. He had so many layup throws. Big Tays, I have not seen really a ton of layup throws. It's been a lot more second-level throws that he's had to make. Those are harder throws. Just generally, they're harder. So, scramble with the quarterback, that's not a really, giving up a scramble, not a huge deal. Big Tay is picking this up. There's a book. It's good defense from TJ. TJ's got him right now. Big Tay is not playing well. I will say that too. Like, he's not playing to his standard, to the standard we've come to expect. He's missing it. There's a layup throw. And that's the best thing. That's why I say, like, and right there, I mean, I understand TJ, mixing up, get him on a 4th down. But that's a layup throw. Gets Big Tay potentially back in the flow. This is a huge 4th down. This is a gotta have it down. Let's see what Big Tay goes to. He goes with a quick hike. Hits that post for a touchdown. That's a huge dot. And Big Tay might be back. Let's see if he gets a stop. Let's see if he goes and balls out on defense. So let's take a real quick look here at the combo. This is something that you should add to your repertoire if you are a U-Trips player. This is Y option wheel. You're going to stem this up or just put him on a streak. You're going to drag the slot receiver, and you're going to hike the ball as fast as you can. You see here, hike. You got the running back wheel to pull things. And then you see here, man up. He's switching onto the drag. Opens up that throwing window. This really is a powerful route because it takes this quarter and pulls him back. And so it really opens up this massive space to be able to throw that short post and get a big, big touchdown. That's huge. That's huge in this game. All right, let's see what he's able to do defensively. Let me see here. Little field goal. 14-7. Justin Tucker still the meta kicker. Just a nice read in a nice little pocket. All right, here we go. Big Tay, still in the 3-3 stack. Hate it. You can't cover that. I mean, you gotta have to show me that this defense is relevant in any way, shape, or form. It's the exact same blitz as Dollar. It's just he can do it on both sides, which you're telling TJ you're doing it off the right or you're doing it off the left. It does give you a little bit more user freedom to be able to be on both sides, but you couldn't run the Dollar defense on both sides, honestly. I just don't love this at all, and he's back in Dollar. Very good. You do not run that 3-3 stack. That is not a good defense. It's not a relevant defense. There's TJ, layup throw. Layup throw, layup throw, layup throw, layup throw. TJ, one thing you got to respect about his offense is he is going to try to make you take away. Like, he is going to have a layup throw on every combo. Just something quick, short that he can hit. If you're sending pressure, if you're disengaging, he's going to make you defend that. I actually like that a lot about his offense. Here he goes to short side U trips to audible to trip side in. Audible to trip side in so that he could call bubble screen or a base call. The reason he's doing this is because in TJ's mind, and he's going to break one out of there with CJ2K, he's at the 30, 20. That's really good for TJ. It's not terrible for Big Tay, I will say, because the whole purpose of the run there was so that TJ could take the clock. Now that he got that big run, he broke a big run into space. Now he's going to have to score inside the 5, inside the red zone. And he's also, Big Tay can get the ball back. That's also why you see Big Tay go to 3-4 odd. Forces a bad throw out of high ball. It was open, but the high ball can be inaccurate. It's kind of a random dice roll, honestly, if you don't time it. So TJ gets a dice roll throw. Now we're 2nd and 10. Big Tay plays good defense, forces an incompletion. This is honestly working out perfect for Big Tay. And this is why these end of half scenarios are so critical to the big picture of how a game plays out. Are you able to win at the end of half? It is such a big question. And here, that's a pick. He throws it up in the air. And this is exactly what happened to TJ in the first round matchup. He got the interception on Big Tay on a knockout, and it went right into his guy's hand. There, Big Tay swats the ball. He has pick artist on Jordan Fuller. We showed the abilities in the beginning of the game. And once again, EA does not reward a bad decision. And TJ gets a free field goal out of that. If you're Big Tay, you're pissed that you didn't get the pick, but you get the ball with 2 minutes and 5 seconds. You need to go down, get points before half. You either get a touchdown or a field goal. Make this 14-17 going into half, because I'm almost positive that Big Tay is going to get this ball at halftime. With Big Tay getting this ball at halftime, he could potentially come out and win it, be leading this game next time TJ touches the ball. And TJ plays best when TJ has a lead. TJ is not necessarily great when he's playing behind. When he has to press offensively, when he has to push down the field offensively, I think that's where he starts to throw bad reads. So here we go, Big Tay, quick snap. He's got the tight end up the middle. Good throw. He's going to break that tackle. That's huge. Honestly, if I'm Big Tay too, I score. I want to put the pressure on TJ offensively. I really do. Nice throw. I mean, TJ's arguing maybe the SWAT. I don't know. It didn't work. So, I mean, it looked more open than it ultimately did at the end. Anyway, TJ going to switch up, go to double mug here. This is 2-4 double mug. You're going to see send 6 crazy heater. That's one of the things that Big Tay does with the quick snapping that can sometimes bite him, is you could scream at him. This is why double mug is a good matchup for U-trips, because of what you're seeing right here. What makes U-trips really good this year, I think, is spacing, but also the quick snap ability of a lot of plays. You can hike a lot of plays quickly within U-trips this year. What double mug does is it gives you that such a good quick blitz threat that if you try to 5 out it quickly and you don't set up pass protection, it's pretty difficult to live on that. This is kind of a critical decision, 4th and 3. I think Big Tay kind of, I don't know if you kind of have to go for this here. Just because of the likelihood of him getting field goal. It's a terrible play. It's honestly a terrible combo by Big Tay, in my opinion. He goes flat streak. I want to see flat wheel with a tight end seam. But in general, I mean, I guess this guy doesn't have a KO. Is that what we're thinking? Like, I don't know. I mean, we throw right at a vert hook and we wonder why it's I mean, I guess catch and fall forward. But I just didn't like that. Just thought it was a bad read, bad play. We know TJ's going to be in cover 2 in that situation. Just felt like could have called a better play. And now, you gave TJ a second stop of the half. That's a huge stop for TJ, because now he's able to go down. If he's able to get points here, this is a huge win. Notice again, look at TJ's route combinations. These are just layup throws. There's that flat. That's the first out route I think I've ever seen TJ hit out of U-trips. But he finally hit one, and very, very good. He's going to audible to trips. When he comes out short side, U-trips pretty much always going to audible to trips. He's going to go to verticals, trying to go to a little bit of a shot play here at a PA slot corner. A lot of people love this combo with the short post. Going to take that tight end flat, just easy scamper out of bounds. And Big Tay, honestly, is beating himself. He really is. There's just so many layup throws for TJ. And I mean, look at TJ. If you look at his route combos, what is he drawing up? He's drawing up easy, short throws, right? Whenever he tries to throw intermediate, he never hits it. I mean, very rarely is he going to hit an intermediate throw. That's a nice read from, that's a nice D from Big Tay there. Here's a running back corner route. Motion block. Yep. See, there it is again. Corner would have been open. He forces the tight end drag. He's always going to throw underneath. 3rd and 6. Option wheel or no? Yeah, I don't know. Tight end option, whatever. Tight end deep out. I don't know what this is. Yeah, tight end deep out. Double streaks with the drag, block the running back. This is the same play Big Tay scored the touchdown pretty much. Oh, he had him there. There's 4th down and 6. Could have got it. Could have been a D-line pick. And here we go. You know, right there, good defense from Big Tay. He sent 5, 6. He sent a lot of people at him. Able to have just enough coverage on the field. 4th and 6. Honestly, I feel like, yeah, I mean, you probably go for this, but I can see it both ways. Throw that, force feed that tight end streak. Boom. Why did TJ force feed the tight end streak? Because Big Tay is running into the guard, so he can't use it. I would like to see Big Tay move that safety inside of the tight end or do something to kind of take that away. I don't know what this route combo is. I'm going to audible to trips. So late audible in the middle of the field. He might call timeout here. This is not. He's going to snap that? Going to snap that, looking for the zig all the way. Come back. Pick. Oh, my goodness. Game. This is the pick. This is switch stick. He switch sticks right onto it. I'm sure he has pick artist on him. How is that a completion? I mean, I guess Big Tay's just got to be better on the user. I don't know. I don't know how you play that any better. Oh, my goodness. That was not good. Perfect defense, perfect switch stick. You just got to make the play. That's just a terrible play. I think TJ was just trying to catch him in a cover 2 or more aggressive defense underneath to try to hit the seam streak. Now we're gonna scat here. Tight end whip on the right. There's a corner route, running back streak. He's going to throw that. That's a nice read. Nice hit by TJ there. Although it was in the middle of the field, so now he's kind of in no man's land. He can't really take a sack here. You're going to basically have 4 end zone shots. And it's, I don't know, 5 out here. Almost took a sack. Oh, man. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 60 seconds. Again, you're kind of in the situation where because you took that timeout, because you used the middle of the field, now you're in a position where you kind of have to, everything's got to be to the end zone or out of bounds. So, if you're TJ, I think he's realistically looking for the speed out here to the right side, honestly. I don't know what that seam streak's doing. He's running 2 seam streaks into the same area of the field. Can't get his feet in bounds. TJ needs to really lab his speed outs. I've watched him play, and he just cannot get them. Like, he's 1 for like 11 on speed outs, and they're open. They're totally there. Here's a motion out running back seam. So I would seam streak here. I would still speed out on this right side. He's not going to here. 5 out with it. Look at these 2 streaks running in the same area. Now we're gonna block tight end. Okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'd like to see a speed out there on the right though. Throwaway. This has to be a throwaway. Now this could be an intentional. Lucky for TJ, he's able to get out of the pocket. He was close. That's the 4th and 10. So TJ gonna have to take his field goal. Big Tay played pretty good situational defense there, just able to kind of force a field goal going into halftime. down by 13. And if you're Big Tay, you know, you're very, very fortunate to have the ball in the second half. You really not played a great first half. It's really nothing. This is what I, you know, try to talk about a lot. And what we see a lot of these games, a lot of it comes down to, are you executing at a high level offensively? Are you calling good plays? Are you and are you making the right read consistently? That's what a lot of this comes down to. TJ had so many layup throws that he hit. He hit a flat route, he hit an out route, he hit a post route, like very, very short throws, tight end zig routes, running back streaks. Big Tay really didn't do that, right? So, anyway, going to go with the halfback zone, and that is going to take us to the end of the first half. Oh, boys, back for the second half here. This is a stay alive drive for Big Tay. This is a huge drive in this game. Big Tay has to get 7 on this drive, or he's in big trouble. So, you know, right there, just you know, just kind of quick throwing. I don't really like. I understand like why Big Tay got here. His offensive strategy, for the most part, this year has been this quick hike. You know, super fast paced offense. He's really not looking good offensively. Everything is contested. TJ's actually playing really good defensively. I think TJ, when I look at him, I think he is a better defensive player. I think it's kind of hard to tell with TJ. Just I don't know. It's just kind of hard to tell. Like I feel like he's an all around player in general, but I think generally he's probably a little better on defense from what I'm seeing. But this is a huge drive for Big Tay. This is like literally this is like a stay alive drive. TJ, I don't know what in the I think that's double safety crossfire. Yeah, he's gonna manually press the tight end. That's a huge hit. Honestly, that's a huge hit. That's like huge for Big Tay. That's huge. He got a really good rack animation. This is kind of one of the other things that I've been talking about for a long time. That's the idea of explosive plays, right? Big Tay needed that. He needed that explosive play to get out there, get 7, get some pressure onto TJ. TJ has been able to layup throw, flat route, out route, whip route. Let's see if Big Tay clamps up defensively, tightens up a little bit, plays a little bit more aggressive defensively, takes away some of these underneath throwing options. And one of the things that makes Big Tay really good in this game is his switch stick. He's really got a good switch stick on him. That just is such a good animation. Very easily could have been KO'd had he not gotten that animation. Able to get it, and bada bing, bada boom. Big Tay, touchdown. And here we go. All right, Big Tay's in 3-3. Please get out of that. That was a layup throw. Again, this is I just gotta talk about this. This drives me nuts. Like, there's no flat defender over here. You can't do that against how TJ plays offense. Everything is he's never gonna miss a flat. He's never gonna miss a speed out. It's free. Look at this. This is a flat route. Look at that. Like, there's just no one over here, which, okay, whatever. And then I talked about this before. This idea that the best defenses in the NFL, it comes down to tackling. It comes down to tackling. 2 players can't make the play. We took a 3-yard gain and gave him 20 yards. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. That's got to stop. That's been the entire first half. That's been the entire everything about this game has been Big Tay's just not, I don't know. Like it comes down to is beating himself. He's not taking away the layup throws. It's way too easy for TJ offensively. It's been just flat route, whip route, out route. Like it's just so easy. And he has notice it's a flat route every single play. There's a whip route or a flat route on every single play. And that's great defense. He takes away the flat, and there's the D-line pick 6. Exactly what I'm saying. Pick 6, Big Tay. That's so huge, man. That's so huge. And what's so frustrating is he has had, like, this should have been happening all game. Like, look at this. This is a match concept. I think this is cover 4 quarters. A lot of people that play U-Trips like match against U-Trips. Here you get a little shed. This quarter does a good enough job. Honestly, the whip route's open, and TJ, for the first time all game, misses a flat route, which is hilarious to me because he probably could throw that whip route and take about a 7-yard gain there. He waits on it. Now he's getting pressured. I think he's throwing the ball away. Bad decision by TJ and D-line pick 6. Why do you take away layup throws? You take away layup throws because it gives your defensive line and your pressure time to eat. It gives your pressure time to get home. It allows your coverage to take away those quick throws, forces them to hold the ball for a second. Pressure gets in, D-line pick 6. Big play for 2 massive plays to start the second half by Big Tay. And we finally caught a pick against TJ for the first time all tournament. And here we go. 2021 now. And this is what I'm talking about with TJ. All of the pressure in the world goes to TJ. He was up by 13 points at half. It looked like he couldn't be stopped. Boom. All of a sudden, D-line pick 6. Take away his little flat route, which technically Big Tay didn't even take it away. He just missed it. And here we go. And look what TJ does again. This is driving me insane. Like, look at this defensive play calling. This is what drives me nuts about match coverage too, by the way. Watch this. I don't know for sure, but I think he's in match coverage, okay? It appears like this is just basically cover 4 quarters. I don't know exactly what this guy's on, but I'm pretty sure this is just basic cover 4 quarters. The reason I'm so annoyed at this is match coverage is notoriously bad for defending a drag route in this year's game. And guess what is a really, really easy route to hit? A tight end drag. So again, we give TJ, who the second he didn't have his first read on a play, it was a D-line pick 6. We give him a flat route. Then we miss a tackle. And now we have a 50-yard drag route. This is so important. If you want to get better on defense, if you want to learn, you can learn from the best players in the world. The best players in the world make just as many mistakes as all of us do. Honestly, you gotta just play basic coverage and take away these underneaths. Look, TJ, another out route. Now we take away the underneath and look. Now we force a scramble. That could have been a fumble, right? QB scramble is one of the easiest. Like, you can give that up. No big deal. Watching TJ's route combos, it really is clear to me now, the more I'm watching this game. Like, look at that. Out route to the left side is his first read. Running back flat. We didn't have a hard flat to the right side. It's a flat route. Every single play that he actually gets positive yards, it's a drag or a table route or a zig. He doesn't throw on the second level. Of course, I'm going to say that he's going to throw this out route to the left side. Good defense. Yep, and there you go. Boom. I'm telling you, you take away the layup throws and you take away the one-play touchdowns. How has TJ scored in this game? Honestly, a one-play touchdown on his first drive, and then I think he hit a zig route on one of them. You know, it really is layups and threes. And Big Tay's given up layups and threes, and he's coupled that with not tackling. Bag. Give me the ball. It's huge. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, that's what TJ does, man. Look at this. 2nd and 10. This has been such a good adjustment. This is why I think this is the best defense. So this is the double safety go. It's a double safety walk down. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this B gap. He's going to hit this guy. What TJ wants to do is he wants to throw in this little void area right here. The reason why is because it's cover 4 shell. And the yellow zone is down here, right? Well, what you're able to do with this 3-man pressure is you're able to drop this guy into a hook curl. And that's Julius Peppers, who's 6'7". So he can pick that kind of stuff off. So again, I really want you to watch the coverage and just hang with me on what I'm trying to get at here. Number one, it's a snap throw, and it's really not a good snap throw. Like, it's just a bad read at the end of the day. But number two, this was actually going to be open. He actually misses his flat for the first time all game. Second time, I guess. Both times have been picks. But, I mean, when you make them work, when you take away the layup throws that they have, their first read, make them hold the ball, you're right there. And I just, golly, man, I feel like this game, this is one of those games where I feel like, this is something Belichick talks about. He says, he was talking about the Falcons game when they came back from the big deficit in the Falcons game. And he was saying, he was like, we didn't have control of the lead, but we never really lost control of the game. That's kind of been the story of this game. Really, it's been just a couple of honestly just like out of characteristic plays by Big Tay. I don't know how to say it. Um, but anyway, all right, so here we go. 21-20. Big Tay has everything now. TJ's not in a good place. Game has completely flipped in the second half. And we're on a 3rd and 2. Honestly, after everything, we're on a 3rd and 2. It's actually pretty crazy. A lot of streaks. It's a tough read. Nice catch by Calvin in the seam there. Big Tay loves that deep slot curl. You just streak the slot receiver. Pretty much can snap it. Gonna go slot out here. Tight end post. Setting up some pass pro. Got to set up pass pro against double mug. And now Big Tay going to the flats. Gosh, man, there's so much to be learned in this one. Like, there's so many things you can learn watching these two players play, from what they do good and from what they aren't doing right. Decent throw there, kind of a safe throw. You might get a KO there, but in general, Big Tay has made that read a million times. He knows. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. See, double mug is giving Big Tay some trouble. Really is. He hits a nice post. It's a tight read right there. I'll tell you what, Big Tay can throw these things in some windows. In some windows, man. Kind of game management scenario here. 4th quarter approaching. About 6 minutes left in this ball game. Realistically, if you're Big Tay, you get 7 here. You force this an 8-score game. Honestly, you're kind of in a good spot. You're in a really good spot here. You just want to score 7. So you just want your best stuff here to score 7. There's really nothing else to it. And there's a switch stick pick, and he almost got lurked. I will say he got away with one for the first time all tournament. TJ did not get fortunate. Take a look here what Big Tay sees. It's the right read. He's just a little late. So he's going to throw this off anticipation, and he's going to hit this right here, right? He's just literally half a second late. Look, half a second late. And this is a really nice switch stick from TJ. He's able to get to the quarter. He's able to close the throwing lane. This is pick artist, universal coverage. You would think that's a pick. Instead, it's not. Big break from Big Tay. This is a crazy game, man. I will say, too, Big Tay's always in these games. So for all the criticism I gave him in the first half, Big Tay's kind of always in a game like this where it's just crazy, man. It's always a crazy game. A lot of big plays, nice little flat to the back. That's TJ just playing terrible defense. I think he just played sticks defense on 3rd and 7. It's too easy to hit your layups. And you're seeing, man, you're seeing in this game, offensively, how easy it is if you can just set yourself up with these layup throws, hit your flat routes, hit your underneath routes, make them defend it. And then when they defend it, hit your second level reads, right? Make your opponent defend the entire field. That is such a key point for offense. Here we go. Tight end whip. That whip route's open. That's free. Man, dude, Big Tay's late. I don't know why he's so late. I feel like that was just so late. All right, 1st and goal for Big Tay. Honestly, you score. You finish this drive. He actually had square out. Did he wheel route him? That's an underrated route combo. Wheel route the solo receiver, put the running back on a streak, because if they cover 2 that side, that wheel route can clear a cover 2. That's a really good adjustment that Big Tay did over there. I love this pistol type flex out of Patriots playbook in the red zone. It's got some gadget plays. It's also got a really good halfback counter, and I believe it has a halfback zone weak run as well. He's got Perry in there, going to try to pound it in. There's the halfback zone run. Good run from Perry. Again, if you're Big Tay, you're just trying to score 7 here, because you score 7, you can't really lose the game. You're in such a good position if you score 7, because TJ is going to be concerned about the clock, but he can't really fully commit to taking the clock. And you're going to have an opportunity to win the game. There it is. Big touchdown, Big Tay. I love him scoring right there. like off first ability to be able to score. Now we have a 4-minute situation. It's going to be hard for TJ to take all this clock. Mentally, TJ's probably just trying not to throw an interception again. You've got TJ right where you want him on the edge. He's going to have to get a 2-point conversion to stay in the game. Like, you put yourself in such a good position by scoring 7 right there. Plenty of time here. Enough time for Big Tay to have a guap drive if TJ scores. But if I'm Big Tay, I really believe you take away the layup throws, make TJ beat you in the intermediate part of the field, and make him score a 2-point conversion to tie it. Honestly, that's what I think. We'll see. Here we go. Big Tay. Been quite a tale of two halves here. Oh, and there's pressure again. And that's again. Look at what I'm talking about real quick with me. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look what Big Tay listened to me. It's like he's listening to me. Look at this right here. We're going to get cover 4. Look at this. Hard flat. Hard flat. Why are these hard flats important? Where does TJ want to throw the ball? He wants to throw this throw every single time. You take that away, and now take a look here. Everything's bagged. It's a great switch stick by Big Tay onto this guy. Honestly, I would like switch here or here and let him go defend that. But I mean, it is what it is. You're still playing good defense. But look what this does. By having the hard flats and by switch sticking properly, you force TJ to hold the ball, and then your pressure comes in. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why taking away the layup throws, taking away the 3-pointers, taking away the little stuff and the big stuff, make them beat you in the middle of the field is so critical to playing good defense. It really is. I don't know how you play defense any other way. Flat route, taken away. They can throw that corner route. There's the pick. Boom. Make him throw in the intermediate part of the field. He can't. That's so good by Big Tay. And honestly, he's open. But this corner route, take a look here. This is a play of the game. So as a standard TJ combo, we got a flat route, right? Okay, we're sending DB fire, kind of a mix-up blitz, really. But what Big Tay does here is he mans up the tight end. It's the right read. It really is. But I don't know exactly. I just doesn't get a great animation. I think he's trying to like kind of steer it down. I think this is a third. It might be a cloud, but I think it's a third. And yeah. I think my honest assessment is TJ threw the corner out too early. He had bad timing on the corner route. That happens sometimes this year. You're trying to hit a window. Those window throws really haven't been very good this year. And he just gets an overthrow. He tries to bend it too much. He throws it too early, gets an overthrow, picks. And again, but that's why you make them throw the ball in the intermediate area of the field. Because those are the kind of throws that you have to, when you're getting blitzed, those are the hardest throws to make. You switch stick onto them. There's so many ways to defend them. You cannot give the layup throws. Those are so easy to hit. So Big Tay totally flipped a switch here in the second half. Played great. TJ didn't. Ultimately, he didn't play good. 3 interceptions in the second half. I think he's had 3 possessions, and he's had 3 interceptions. And really, if you watch it, I mean, it's, D-line pick, I guess, on a throwaway. And then I think the pick where he threw right at the face of Julius Peppers. And then the pick on the corner route where he had bad timing. I think ultimately, what are you going to say? I mean, I think accountability goes right onto you. 3 picks. That's your second half. That's your Madden 25 season summed up. And he's going to give up a touchdown here. Just kind of gave him a free play. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Just didn't work. I don't know if he's trying to stop the run there, and Big Tay just caught him, and it wasn't really a run commit. I don't know. I don't know what he did over there. All right, so 2035. So TJ's not completely out of this. I mean, we've seen these playoffs. You can get an onside kick fairly easily in this game. So I mean, you get a 7, you get onside, like you're back in it. So he just needs a drive. Here we go. Again, make TJ throw in the intermediate area of the field. That's his first real big hitter in the intermediate area of the field. And I mean, if you remember back to TJ's Madden Bowl of 24, it's kind of how it ended. Kind of similar. I think I want to say he played Henry. He might have played Dream, but I'm almost positive he played Henry. Oh, he played Henry. And Henry, TJ was in a new offense, right? He was in Bears. He switched to Bears. He wasn't Jets all year. He switches to Bears last second, and he even put out a tweet or an X post that said basically didn't feel comfortable offensively. Here we are again. You know, started running U trips later in the year, I think. I mean, you're seeing it. I mean, it's drag, it's flat, it's underneath every time. So, yeah. But he's able to get down here quick. Obviously, Big Tay playing a little bit more prevent, trying to make sure he doesn't give it the big play here, make him score down here, make him score in the red zone, make him take time, make him throw the ball in the middle of the field. Those are all things. Him getting that tight end post was a huge benefit to him. There's the pressure. This is what I'm talking about with red zone stops, guys. It's I think one of the hardest down and distances is first and goal from the 10. Because you can't really run the ball on first and goal from the 10. If you're playing somebody good, they have run shoots. You can't really rely on like a run-based offense down here in the 10. From the 5 and in, you can kind of get away with that. But from the 10, kind of hard to. You really got to have these dots. And these are tight windows. There you see KO again. And now we're going to get third and goal. And I mean, you see, this is exactly why I suggest take away the layups. Make them have to drive up and down the field. Make them have to work. And then they get them down here, and these are super tight throwing lanes. You see again, nothing's open. He's going to force it, not able to get it, almost intercepted. And now we get a fourth and goal. And you're just seeing, I mean, this is absolutely such a 180 flip from what we saw in the first half, right? TJ was, easy reads, just free. And Big Tay, turned the switch. And he absolutely tightened up here in the second half, played great defense, throwing the corner route right into coverage, and there's another stop. TJ did not score. I don't think he scored in the second half, did he? It was 20-7 at halftime, and it is 20-35. Headset is off. And TJ going to have a long off season thinking about kind of another Madden Bowl loss. Tell you what, Big Tay, much critical as I was in the first half because I just felt like he wasn't playing good. He turned a switch in the second half, and he absolutely balled out here in the second half. At this point, just running the clock out really for Big Tay, finishing the game strong. It's going to go down into I-form goal line formation. Little halfback sting action to CJ2K. Minute 15 left. And TJ is going to go ahead and concede. Huge comeback win for Big Tay. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Obviously, these guys, two of the best players in the world, they wouldn't have been on the stage if they weren't. A lot we can learn from them. Both the good and the bad. A lot to be taken away from this game. In general, I think we saw how important it is to really bend but don't break. Play great pressure, have some kind of blitz in your defense that forces the pressure, that takes away those second level throws with the pressure and with the switch stick, not necessarily with the adjustments. Thank you so much for watching this little breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Big Tay, huge comeback win for him. And TJ going to have a long off season. And at some point, I think he is going to break through and get a belt. I think he is going to break through. And I don't think he got a belt last year. I don't remember if he did. He made so many Final Fours and and semifinals and finals, but I don't think he got a belt last year. Anyway, TJ, one of the better up and coming players, just got to figure out how to win some of these bigger games. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching the video. And if you guys want to take your Madden game to the next level, join our school community. $10 gets you everything I know about Madden, teaches you all the offenses, defenses, a lot of what you see on this stage. If you guys want to check that out, that link is going to be in the description, and it's for both college football and for Madden. So if you want to take your game to the next level in either one of those games, check the link in the description down below.